Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you everything you need to know about Thornton, Colorado. And today we're going to do a virtual tour online so that as you are doing your research on the computer or on your phone and thinking about relocating and buying a house here in Thornton, Colorado, you're going to be able to better identify what areas or what they have to offer, the amenities, shopping centers, etc. Alongside that, I'll be showing you a few listings that are currently available in Thornton as we go through this video. So by the end, you'll know everything you need to about Thornton, Colorado. Hey guys, it's Patrick here with Laurienti Home Team, powered by Colorado Home Realty. Look, I've been a licensed agent here in Colorado for 9 going on 10 years. If you need help, reach out to me. I'm the one answering the phone calls, the texts, the emails, and would love nothing more to have that conversation. I'd love nothing more to help you guys relocate, or if you're already here, buy a home, whether it's in Thornton, Colorado, or anywhere in the Denver metro. I got your back. Now, let's dive into Thornton. Guys, I'm a native here, born and raised in Colorado. While I didn't grow up in Thornton, it was a neighboring city of mine. And so we spent a lot of time there growing up, have a lot of experience, not only with old Thornton, but seeing all the growth it's had over the years. And with that, I bring a little bit of a unique perspective than maybe some agents who aren't as familiar with the area. So with that, I'm excited to break things down with you on the computer here today. We'll probably do another video where I'm out showing you around actual shopping centers and houses, etc. But the reality is your search starts online. And so I want to be able to show you exactly what you're looking at and give you perspective, share with you the amenities, what you can expect in different neighborhoods, so that as you're looking at it online, you can identify with these different areas and really get comfortable in understanding what Thornton has to offer. All right, so I don't typically like to use Zillow, to be quite frank. I use my RE Colorado MLS. But because you are likely using Zillow, I want to show you what you would actually be looking at. And so here I've got a map of Thornton. As you can see in these blue highlights, this is the boundary lines of Thornton. And so you can see Thornton is quite big. And the great part about it is just about anywhere in Thornton, you've got an easy commute jumping on right here at I-25. And you could be down to Denver, central Denver, in anywhere from 5 to maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes max, depending on where you're at in Thornton. So as far as Denver Metro goes, Thornton is very centrally located, which is excellent, being in that it's minutes away from I-25, just about anywhere in Thornton, which is great. Now, Thornton, the way it's laid out is interesting. It's kind of like if you've ever seen those, like a thermometer, or like I'm picturing like a cartoon, and you get the meter of, 0 to 100 and you see the line going up. It's kind of how Thornton works in terms of their price point. So once you get into the borderline where Thornton meets Denver, and you can see it right here, I'm circling on the screen, that's where you're going to find the lowest prices in Thornton. And then typically as you go up north, away from Denver, pricing is going to increase. And so while we look at the map of Thornton, you can kind of see lower price points. And then as you work up, it's going to get higher, higher, higher. And then once you get up to this area of Thornton, those are typically going to be where you enter the $1 million range for house prices. Now, the other thing, ironically, is that as you start down here in the lower price points, this is old Thornton. These homes, most of them were 1960, 1970. As you work your way up to kind of this central Thornton area, I would say we're old-ish. And then once you get to this north side of Thornton, it's new. And so pricing kind of follows the age of the homes, the age of the area. And as you get into this North Thornton area, it's bustling with redevelopments. And so part of that is the reason for the increase in prices. Not to mention, you're still in an incredible location with I-25 here. You got E470 making your commute over here to the airport a breeze. And then you have just about all the amenities you can ask for. Thornton is kind of that staple of where everything is happening in North Denver Metro. Broomfield, Westminster, these areas over here kind of have that sense of when you think of where sports are happening for kids, when you think of lessons, whether it's acting or singing or sports for the kids, ice skating rinks, like all of that is really in these Thornton, Broomfield, Westminster areas, with the bulk of it really starting in Thornton and this northern area due to all of the redevelopment that is occurring. And so that's kind of the gist of Thornton as a whole. Now, I want to break down what old Thornton's like, what oldish Thornton's like, and what the new part of Thornton's like. So what we're going to do is we're just going to browse through a couple of listings, and in doing so, I'll share with you a little bit about the area so you know what you could expect in each different section of Thornton, and therefore be able to better identify what location in Thornton is going to best fit your needs. The great part of Thornton that isn't always, that you're not always going to find in other cities, is that it has something for everyone. Like I said, we have prices probably starting in the 3s to low 4s, all the way up to $1 million plus. And so with that, if you're going to be in Thornton, there's likely a house that's going to fit your needs at a price point that makes sense for you. So where we're going to start is South Thornton, where it borders Denver and to the west of I-25 Westminster. Now, this is where the lower prices of a home is going to be. This is the old part of Thornton. As you can see, Welby right here. Fun fact, it's where my family actually grew up. This is South Thornton. So this is going to be the older part of Thornton. As you can see, price points on the screen, we've got as low as $385. And then most of these are low 400s up to mid 400s. A lot of these homes are going to be ranch style brick homes, 3-bed, 2-bath, just a tick over 1,000 square feet. And then you'll find also with these ranch styles, a handful of them having basements as well. So as you can see the pictures, you know, there's not a whole lot to the house, and then it's lower square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath. As you can see, it's a little outdated, but it's a great house for the price, relatively speaking, being that you are minutes away from Denver on I-25. You've got a shopping center here off of Grant and 104th. So that's also minutes away. You have what's called Sky Zone, a really awesome trampoline-ish park for kids. You've got Sam's Club there and plenty of restaurants along this strip here. And then as you go 5 or 10 more minutes north to 120th, you've got another 1, 2, 3, 4 shopping centers. Barnes & Noble, Target, you've got Whole Foods up this way, and a plethora of restaurants. And then just another 5 minutes up north, you've got the Denver Premium Outlets in the Orchard Town Center. But let's hit the brakes. I want to save the best for last. All that considered, these prices, relatively speaking, you're in a great location. You can find an affordable house. You're not going to get the most square feet, but at a price that's right, in a location that's still great relative to the distance in between restaurants, amenities, Denver, etc. This is where you're going to want to look if you're in that high 300s to high 400 price points. Now, as we move up past 104th into 120th and maybe to this 128th area, that's really once you start to get into the new Thornton and new development and higher price points, is that 128th. But right in between 104th right here and 120th, this is the old-ish Thornton. And so you can see prices are starting to get a little up there. We've got one touching the 600s. A lot of these are going to be low to high 500s. And you're going to get a little different architecture, little different square feet. And in terms of beds, baths, a lot of these are 3-2, but you can definitely find 4 beds, 3 baths around this area. And as we touched on a little bit, you've got the shopping area here on Grant and 104th, and then you're just minutes away from 120th, where you're going to run into Barnes & Noble, Whole Foods, Target. You've got King Soopers here. Now, a lot of the infrastructure and buildings and area is going to be older, built back in the 70s, 80s. Some of these, maybe early 2000s in terms of the shopping centers. So it's not terribly old like South Thornton is, but it's definitely not newer development, which we'll get into here shortly. Now, as far as the area, you've got Carpenter Park, which is incredible. They redesigned some of this years back. It's actually where Thornton Rec Center lies. And alongside that, you've got a ton of open space and parks all around, as you can see the map. That makes this area desirable. You have E.B. Rains Park here with the lake there. All these parks, for the most part, you can rent out to do parties. You've got pavilions there. And so this Central Thornton area, this is a really good in-between. If you're not at the price point of $700-800 plus, but you don't necessarily want older infrastructure, you kind of want to be in a somewhat newly developed area and have a little bit more square footage in your housing, this Central Thornton area is going to be perfect for you. Now, as you go throughout the areas, you'll run into a new neighborhood or two. Again, once you hit that 120th to 128th, you're going to start seeing those 700s in price point as you work your way north Thornton. One, because a lot of these houses are newer. They're bigger, more square feet, and with that new development up north Thornton, it comes with new amenities, and it's all about location. And so Central Thornton's going to be a great in-between. And so if you think back to our meter, right, you've got cold all the way to hot, you've got low to high, and that's kind of how this pricing is working. And the date of which the homes were built, the infrastructure was put in, the age of these shopping centers, etc. It goes from South Thornton to older to newer, and pricing goes from low to higher as you go north. And so Central Thornton area is a great in-between. Once you start working your way up to 120th, you've got some newer development, some newer homes, and you start to see price points like the 835s. Give you a quick home tour here. A lot of these will have 3-car garages, great new floors. Again, it's like you're buying a new home, even if these are existing, because a lot of the neighborhoods are newly built. With these homes, you're going to find more square footage. This is 4,200 square feet. You've got 5 beds, you've got 5 baths. And the great thing about these is there's a variety of different builders, a variety of different floor plans, and all of them will have a mix in between lot size, backyards, floor plans. Most homes in Colorado will come with a basement. It's not every neighborhood, but a lot of these homes that you're going to run into North Thornton in these higher price points will have a basement. Some will be finished, some won't. As you can see, this picture right here, it's actually perfect for this video. You've got Trail Winds Rec Center. That's newer, and that's in the newly developed side of Thornton. Amber Creek Park, which is in abundance, as you can see. Riverdale Park here, and there's the new King Soopers as well. Let me go back to the picture for you guys. And here's the new King Soopers as well, because it's huge. It is massive. It's almost like a Costco. And that, I believe, is sitting on 136th Ave. Let me get back to the map for us. Yeah, so it's right here on 136 in Quebec. That's where the new King Soopers is. You have another King Soopers up here close to Homestead Hills. East Lake is a great neighborhood that was older-ish in Thornton, but you still have amazing homes. They might be a little older, but they got great square footage, beds, baths, and the location's impeccable. because you're going to be minutes away from, let's pull up Google Maps for you guys so you can really get a good sense of the area here. I hope you're finding value in this, guys. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow, helps me get this content out, and we would greatly appreciate if you're finding value in what we're going over here for you to like and subscribe to the channel. We typically have a video every Tuesday breaking down stuff like this for you, along with some educational content that is going to allow you to be better informed as you're buying and selling homes so that you make for a successful transaction alongside your realtor. Now, back to this. So as you can see, we've got Cabela's here, Hobby Lobby, Crumble, and then here are the new Denver premium outlets with plenty of stores. It's outlets. I don't know where you live, but outlets here in Colorado is pretty much a mall, but outside. As you can see, there is a ton of buildings here, but for the most part, access is going to be all outside, as is the Orchard Town Center, which is just minutes away. This is and was actually the first outside mall, outdoor mall that was built back in 2008-ish. Don't quote me on that, but Orchard Town Center was the first. It's got tons of restaurants, tons of shopping. You've got a movie theater here. Just on the other side, you have Common Spirit St. Anthony North Hospital. And alongside that, you've got a ton of shopping. You've got a ton of good eats. And so, guys, if you're anywhere in this North Thornton area, you've got everything you would possibly want in terms of restaurants, food, shopping, etc. Not to mention, you've got Thorn Creek Golf Course here in the Thorn Creek neighborhood. And then just 5 to 10 minutes east, you've got Adams County Fairgrounds, which sits right next to one of the most desirable golf courses in Colorado, Riverdale Golf Course. They've got 2 different courses. You've got the Knolls and Dunes, both 18 holes. So you've got the Knolls over here, the Dunes over here, an incredible golf course. And so as you can see, this North Thornton area has a lot to offer. In addition, you can see a ton of land here. So even though they've built a lot of infrastructure here, homes here, it's still quite underdeveloped. And that's why you're seeing all of these new communities along with Denver premium outlets and shopping centers pop up here. And one of the local favorites, you're going to have Topgolf that just came in years back right here off 160th. And that adjoins Costco Wholesale here, Floor and Decor, Living Spaces, and yet again, Larkridge Shopping Centers. So guys, that is the tour of Thornton. I hope you've enjoyed. Before I let you go, let's tour some fun houses up here in North Thornton that have acreage. If you're looking for a little bit more space, Thornton has it. As I said in the beginning of this, they've got a little bit of everything. And so this property in specific is sitting on 5 acres. As you can see, a gorgeous custom style house. It's got the brick exterior, which is perfect for Colorado. This thing's built like a tank. Gorgeous interior. Everything is updated. You've got the new countertops, the new cabinets, kitchen. This is sitting at 1.5. Now, one of my favorite things about Thornton in this northern Denver metro area is you've got all the amenities. You're close to Denver and I-70, which is going to take you into the mountains, to the ski resorts. But your pricing is reasonable. This same home down south is likely double the price. And you're not typically going to get much more in terms of amenities than you will in Thornton. And as you can see, gorgeous views from your house. Even though you're not on the west side of I-25, you still have a complete 180 view of the mountain range, depending on where your house sits, which makes Thornton incredible place to live, incredible place to look for a home. Guys, I hope you found this information valuable. There's so many amazing locations to live here in Colorado. Thornton is just one of them. We're just scratching the surface here. We didn't even get out to show you the shopping centers, the neighborhoods, etc. Subscribe to the channel. We have a big vision for what's to come on the channel in helping you guys know more about Colorado so that when it's time for you to move, you're educated, you know what locations are going to best fit your needs. And of course, all my information is below. So if you need a high-level professional, I've been doing this going on 10 years here in 2024 and would love nothing more to help you guys as you transition and purchase your new home here in Colorado. It's been a joy. Thank you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.